Welcome to Time Lens, the podcast where we travel through India's ancient history one site at a time. I am Akul, your host. With me, as always, is Nagendra Nagarajaya, researcher, history hunter, and the man who actually goes to these places. Nagendra, welcome back.
Thank you, Akul. Today's episode genuinely changed how I think about ancient India.
You went looking for Ashokan edicts near Chitradurga. Most people have no idea what an Ashokan edict even is. Set the scene for us.
Ashoka was one of the greatest emperors India ever produced. He ruled the Mauryan Empire from roughly 272 to 232 BC. After a particularly brutal war, he converted to Buddhism. He became almost obsessed with spreading a message of Dharma, of righteousness. One of the ways he did that was by carving his messages onto rocks and boulders across his empire.
Like a royal newsletter carved in stone.
Exactly. These are classified as major rock edicts, the big ones at important locations, or minor rock edicts, personal messages placed at the edges of his empire. Near Chitradurga in Karnataka, there are three minor rock edicts within about 5 kilometers of each other. And when I went to see the first one at Brahmagiri, I was not prepared for what I found.
Paint the picture. You arrive at Brahmagiri. What do you see?
Empty farmland. Akul, I am not exaggerating. There is nothing there. No houses, no ruins, no village nearby. The ASI has built a small protective structure over a rock, and that is it. Just this structure sitting in the middle of open farmland.
And inside this structure is the edict?
Yes, carved directly onto the rock in Brahmi-script. Brahmi is the ancient script, the grandmother of most modern Indian scripts. The language is Prakrit. And when you read the translation board the ASI has placed there, it hits you immediately.
What does it say?
The message was sent from a place called Suvarnagiri. That was a Mauryan provincial capital near modern Raichur. It is addressed to officials at a place called Isila. Isila, that is the ancient name of Brahmagiri, this very place.
Wait, this place that looks like empty farmland actually had a name?
It had a name, officials, administrators. There was a chain of command running from the emperor himself to this location. Ashoka calls himself Devanam Priya, beloved of the gods. He says he had spent 256 nights on tour when this message was issued.
256 nights on tour, that is serious commitment.
And there is a scribe named Capada who physically came here to carve the message. A named individual from 2300 years ago. I kept thinking, Capada stood on this spot. He looked at this rock and he carved these words.
That is actually quite moving. And what is the message? What was so important?
This is the part that got me most. The message says even a lowly person can attain great heaven if he is zealous. Ashoka was telling everyone on the borders of his empire that spiritual progress is available to all. High rank or low, it does not matter.
A message of equality from 2300 years ago.
And he wanted everyone on the southern frontier to read it. This was the southernmost edge of the Mauryan Empire. He thought these people on the border need to hear this too.
Here's the question every listener is asking right now. If Isla was so important, officials, administrators, the emperor's own message, why is it completely empty today? Where did everyone go?
That is the question that kept me up that night. I found part of the answer in the geography. The Jangihala River, also called the Sanahagari, once flowed through this entire area. All three edict sites sit along the banks of this river. All three sites, Brahmagiri, Siddhapura, and Jatinga Rameshwara, sit along the same river.
Where there is a river, there is a settlement. And if the river dries up,
the settlements die with it. The farmer I met at the next edict told me they depend entirely on rain now. No irrigation, no river. Whatever water sustained these towns is gone.
That is haunting. This place is called Brahmagiri. Is there something more to that name?
This is what really deepened the mystery. There is a tradition that says the Saptarishi Gautama, one of the 7 great sages, meditated in the caves here with his wife Alya. There are reportedly 108 Swayambhu Shivlings in the hidden caves near Gorakhnath Gufa. Swayambhu, self-formed, not carved by human hands.
Self-formed shivlings in hidden caves on this hill.
And Neolithic settlements at Brahmagiri date back to 2000 BC. continuous human presence from 2000 BC right through to the Ashokan period. This was not a random spot. This place mattered to people for thousands of years before Ashoka sent Capada here.
Neolithic people lived here, a great sage meditated here, Ashoka placed his edict here, and now nothing.
Nothing visible. The inscription survived 2300 years, the memory did not. I use a framework in my research, Lipi versus Nambikke. Lipi means the inscription, the hard evidence carved in stone, and Nambikke is the oral tradition, the living belief passed down through generations. At Brahmagiri, the Lipi is there on the rock for anyone to read. But the Nambikke, the community that understood why this place mattered, that is gone.
The rock remembers, the people forgot.
Exactly. That is what makes this series of edicts so extraordinary. It is not just about Ashoka's message. It is about what the absence of people tells us about ancient India.
You said there are 3 edicts within 5 kilometers. Please tell me the next one is easier to find.
Akul, the next one, Sedapura, is so remote that even local villagers would not take me there. I asked multiple people, nobody knew. Finally, one farmer walked me through his muddy fields, across fences, through someone else's farmland. And when we got there were built stone steps leading up a rocky hillock. Someone had constructed a pathway to this edict. This was once a destination. People came here on purpose.
Oh no. Listeners, that is episode 2. The edict nobody knows exists in the middle of farmland with steps leading up a rocky hill. Nagendra, this has been incredible. Thank you.
Thank you, Akul. Every time I visit one of the sites, I come back with more questions than answers. That is what keeps me going back.
That is Time Lens. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Find us on Instagram for the visual journey. Links in the show notes. We will see you at Siddhapura.